It's been a wild night so far, with so much more ahead. And up next, non-title tag team action, with Farouk and Bradshaw, the A.P.A, squaring up with Snarl Tag Team champs, the Freak and Wild Thing, the Psychodelix.
The next non-title tag team contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 540 pounds, from Warner Robins, Georgia, Farouk, and from Sweetwater, Texas, Bradshaw, the A.P.A.
Hella good tag matchup ahead, with both teams hot off successful wins in their previous matches.
The A.P.A. just off a win at Rage last Monday over the Midnight Express, and the Psychodelix helping the Stronghold win an 8-man tag team match about 3 weeks ago. Partnered with undisputed world tag champions, the Originals, and Wally. You gotta add to the mix, Freak and Wayne Tag, getting set to defend the Snarl tag belts next week at Black Friday. So as usual, Sylvia wants the boys in top form. So here we are with the Psychodelix against Farouk and Bradshaw.
Their opponents accompanied by Sylvia Strong, at a combined weight of 477 pounds, the Freak and Wild Thing Wayne Tag. They are the RWL Snarl Tag Team champions, the Psychodelix.
A lot of folks wondering what happened to the Freak and the Wild Thing after that 8-man tag with the Originals. Well, they've been in training for a title defense coming up at Black Friday. And as you well know, Johnny, Sylvia Strong loves to keep her men and women in top form, which means the Freak and the Wild Thing are doing exactly that. I mean, look at them. They look to be in great shape, rocking those Snarl Tag Team Championship belts. Yes, sir, Sylvia Strong does love to run a tight ship, don't she, Kate?
Wise guy. I'd love to know what Danielle calls you when you're at home.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. With the sides chosen up, it's going to be Ron, Farouk, Simmons, and the Freak, starting us off in this non-title tag team matchup. As referee Charles Lucera sounds the bell, and here we go. Farouk catches a kick to the midsection from the Freak. A hard right spins Farouk around into a sleeper hold with just 7 seconds in. And Freak trying to wedge Farouk down right away, but a jawjacker backs him off. Both men back to their feet now. The Freak locks him up again and escorts him towards the ropes. Let's see where this goes next. Oh, well, that's where it goes, over the top rope and out onto the floor for the Freak. And Farouk turns his attention to Wild Thing Wayne Take, but winds up getting hung up on the top rope as the Freak makes his way back in. Running drop kick misses the mark. Farouk quickly out of the way of that one. Hard right hand takes the Freak down to the canvas. And in comes Bradshaw on the tag. The Freak right there waiting for him, locks him up. And a hard right hand drops Bradshaw. And for the first time in the matchup, here comes Wild Thing Wayne Take. Fresh partners all the way around. Here we go. Oh, Bradshaw misses with the charge. Wild Thing flips him to the corner. Bradshaw counters with an elbow. Catches the kick to the midsection from Wild Thing and a running kick right to the face that takes him right down. And here we go again. The Freak right back in. Sylvia Strong sitting there nice and quiet watching the boys work. They've got that title defense coming up at Black Friday. So this is kind of a tune-up match for them against the A.P.A. Oh, look at this. Bradshaw quickly countered with a mere shifting of the weight by the Freak. The Freak gets him up into a power bomb. Flips him over and a running kick right to the face. The Freak tags in the Wild Thing. Bradshaw back up to a standing position here. Clothesline from Bradshaw takes the Wild Thing down. Wild Thing puts on the brakes and counters with a dragon screw. Bradshaw quickly back up. A right up. Ooh, look at this. Wild Thing puts on the brakes, delivers the shot to the midsection. A right chop. But Bradshaw counters with a hip toss. Oh, this is going to be a great tag team matchup so far. Here we go. Wild Thing whipped to the ropes by Bradshaw. Collision in the middle of the ring with nothing happening. The Freak watching as Wild Thing Wayne Take catches a knee from Bradshaw. Running shoulder tackle. Takes Wild Thing down. Bradshaw rounds him up. Ooh, wrist clutch boot to the face. As Bradshaw steps out and in comes Farouk again. Well, they've got no problems with their tag team mechanics, neither one of these teams. Oh, man, running kick right to the face of Farouk. by the Wild Thing. Ooh, beautiful suplex from Wild Thing Wayne Teague, and here comes the Freak again. Farouk back up on his feet. Standing center ring, charges, misses with the flying shoulder. The Freak with a wrist clutch boot to the face of Farouk. And here comes the Wild Thing again. Oh, man. Farouk don't know if he's coming or going, but he's got Wild Thing up over the shoulders, but Wild Thing counters into an inverted DDT, slamming the head of Farouk against the mat. Wild Thing, ooh, what a right hand, dropped Farouk like a stone. Oh, well, a little chokey here. Weren't expecting that, but, well, the Psychodelix, they didn't call him that for nothing. Here's a pin, one, but not even a one. Farouk kicking out of that one pretty easy. Wild Thing Wayne Teague catches a cheap shot from the Freak, and a series of shots from the Wild Thing. He's got him up into a backbreaker. Farouk catches a rolling elbow from the Wild Thing. Farouk out on the apron, on the wrong side of town, making his way to a standing position here. The Freak tags him with a shot that accidentally tags the Wild Thing too, but did the trick. Wild Thing with a shoulder to Bradshaw puts him out on the floor. Farouk laid out center ring as the Wild Thing takes himself all the way up to the top far right turnbuckle, waiting for Bradshaw to get himself stood up. And here we go. Double axe handle does not find the mark. A shot to the midsection and a running drop kick from Farouk puts the Wild Thing down. Wild Thing counters with a couple of boots to the chest. And here comes the Freak again. Clothesline doesn't find the mark. The Freak locked up by Farouk. Whipped to the corner. Here comes Farouk. Oof. Clothesline puts the Freak down on the canvas near center. Farouk flips him over, delivers a stomp to the leg. The Freak rolls to the outside, goes after Bradshaw. Look at this. Belly to back suplex for Bradshaw. But a trap squeeze from Farouk on the Freak, blocking the flow of blood to the brain. And well, that took effect right away. Farouk with a massive headbutt to the Freak. Referee counting. Oh, he missed that. Oh, I know that hurt. Head first into the floor. The Freak with a jab. Locks up Farouk, delivers a kick to the midsection. Oh, man, nasty way to drive a knee into a man's gut. And that's just cruel. Bradshaw still laid out from that suplex, just getting to a standing position here. As the Freak opens up with a series of shots that push Farouk down. The Freak rolls back inside the ring and goes after Bradshaw again, but no dice. He got countered. Bradshaw steps to the outside, but oh man, did you see that? Whoa, he just went over the top rope and took Bradshaw down. Farouk goes behind on the Freak. Again, another quick counter from the Freak. A knee at the midsection from Farouk. The Freak rolls back inside the ring by Farouk. Sylvia Strong giving Farouk the side eye here. As the Freak rolls back inside the ring, gets caught from behind by Farouk, and a sidewalk slam right in the heart of the logo. A kick to the side of the head of Farouk from the Freak, followed up with a stomp to the midsection. A series of wrist clutch kicks to the ribs and a forearm. And he spun Farouk around with that shot. Elbow to the leg, over and over and over again. 5 times. Booker T 5 times. Huh. The Freak rounds up Farouk, kick to the gut, alright. Gets him up over the shoulders in the fireman's carry. And oh man, look at this pin right here. One. Ooh. Bradshaw keeping it to 2. Wild Thing whips into the corner. Rounds up Bradshaw. Wild Thing Wayne Teague. Showing Bradshaw the outside. Farouk counters with a knee from the apron on the Freak. A jab from the Freak, a chop, alright, a spinning back fist for Farouk. Up over the shoulder, Farouk quickly counters with a chop block to the back of the knee of the Freak. Running dropkick doesn't find the mark. The Freak rolling out of the way just in time. The Freak setting up a spinning toe hold here. Drops an elbow on the leg of Farouk. The Freak takes himself to the top turnbuckle, far right turnbuckle. Here he comes. Ooh, man, coffin drop. Right across the gut of Farouk. Looks like he's going to go for another shot here. Up on the middle rope, waiting for Farouk to stand up. And here he comes. There it is, the clothesline from the middle rope. The Freak's big finisher right there. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, I'm sure that would have ended the match if Bradshaw hadn't interfered. The Freak rounds up Farouk, a chop across the chest, a right, another chop, goes behind on him, German suplex, sends Farouk rolling. Bradshaw on the outside of the Wild Thing with a snap suplex. The Freak with a stomp to the back of the Farouk. And back into that spinning toe hold again as Bradshaw makes his way back to his tag corner. Here's a drop of the elbow against the leg of Farouk. Wow, the Freak drives a knee into the arm of Farouk. The Freak all the way up on that top right turnbuckle yet again. And here he comes. Whoa! Nice distance on that flying shoulder. A stomp to the head of Farouk. Oh man, the Freak rebounds off the ropes, delivers a kick to the side of the head of Farouk, turns his attention to Bradshaw, tags him with a right, tags him with another, but Bradshaw quickly counters with a forearm. Farouk goes after the Wild Thing, takes him down with a clothesline on the outside. The Freak goes outside after Bradshaw. Farouk making a beeline for the Freak, delivers a series of shots, but is quickly countered with a set of kicks to the leg by the Freak. A quick jab is countered by Farouk, a kick to the midsection from the Freak, another jab, a left and a right. The Freak lines up the arm, Russian leg sweep. Out there on the floor, slamming the head of Farouk against the floor. The Freak back inside the ring, goes after Bradshaw one more time, and it is beat to the bow ground time for Bradshaw. A series of 10-count punches right across the chest. I'm telling you, the drop was almost as bad as the beating. Here comes the Wild Thing again. Both members of the A.P.A. laid out on their side of the ring. Wild Thing slips out, catches a clothesline from Farouk all of a sudden. Bradshaw has sure taken a lot of punishment here. A swing and a miss from the Wild Thing. Farouk gets him up over the... Oh, man, nasty dominator right there on the outside. Farouk driven towards the barricades by Wild Thing Wayne Tague. He decides to go right back after him again. A stomp to the arm of Farouk. Wild Thing looks like he's trying to go after Bradshaw too. Ambitious. Well now, hard right hand from Wild Thing Wayne Tague. There's another one. He steps out onto the apron with Bradshaw. He's going to let gravity do the work right against the lip of the apron. Farouk misses his charge, catches a right, catches a kick. Oh man, he just wobbled on that one. Damn. Okay. Rolling elbow from Wild Thing across the chest. Bradshaw has spent a lot of time in that position. Has him up on a front cradle. Drops him headfirst into the ring stuff, not even into the lip of the apron. Another rolling elbow to the chest of Farouk. From Wild Thing Wayne Tague, followed up with a stomp, and Bradshaw is still out to lunch as Wild Thing grinds the face of Farouk into the floor, follows it up with another elbow smash to the back of Farouk. Wild Thing Wayne Tague firmly in control here. German suplex to Farouk as Bradshaw finally starts to stir here. Wild Thing with a right, a kick, another right, and a jump kick that doesn't find the mark. Farouk stepping out of the way of that one, and look at this. Wild Thing driven up the ramp as the referee continues to count. Farouk with a hip toss to the Wild Thing on the steel portion of the ramp. Farouk rolled back into the ring, and a running DDT as a parting shot to Bradshaw from the Wild Thing, and again, Bradshaw's not going to be much help. Elbow drop, fails to find the mark. Farouk fails to find the mark with the running kick, but Rule, the spine buster, damn sure did find the mark. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Wild Thing getting the left shoulder up. Farouk, frustrated, starts beating the head of Wild Thing Wayne Tague against the canvas, and I think Farouk is pretty mad right about now. Farouk charges clothesline. Takes down the Wild Thing. Wild Thing stuck in the wrong side of town on the A.P.A. corner. Alley-oop out of the corner by his ankles by Farouk. Farouk with a stomp to the arm of the Wild Thing. A stomp to the midsection of the Wild Thing. And Farouk, yeah, definitely talking trash to Wild Thing Wayne Tague. The A.P.A. is provoked. There's a kick to the midsection from Farouk. He's got him all the way up over the shoulder. Dominator, that is going to do it right there. Here's the pin. A cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. No, the Freak right there to break it up before the count of 2. Farouk definitely frustrated now. Oh yeah, Wild Thing Wayne Tague could be in trouble right here. Farouk with a stomp to the arm of the Wild Thing. Now the catches a kick to the head from Wild Thing Wayne Tague. As Tague steps over to his corner and tags in the Freak. Sylvia Strong just taking in the whole show here. Clothesline from Bradshaw misses the mark. The Freak gets a hold of him by the back of the head and loving blow to the chest. The Freak locks it up with Bradshaw, whips him to the corner. Here's the charge. And whoa, what a shot to the head. The Freak rebounds off the ropes and follows that up with a spear. One now. Cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. But nope, just the 2. Another near fall in this crazy tag team matchup. The Freak locks it up with Bradshaw. Whip to the far right corner. A hard right from the Freak. And one more time up to the middle rope. And there's the diving clothesline one more time. This could wrap it up right here. 1, 2. Shut up. Bradshaw finding his way out of that one. The Freak charges, they collide. Bradshaw misses with the clothesline, catches a couple of elbows from the Freak. And the third one puts him down on the canvas. In comes Wild Thing Wayne Tague again. Oh, man. What a match we've had so far. Bradshaw slowly making his way to a standing position as Wild Thing Wayne Tague right there waiting for him, winds them up. Gets a hold of him. Oh, man, what a nasty suplex from Wild Thing Wayne Tague. Face down again. Bradshaw, here's another cover. 1, 2. And that's gonna do it. The Psychodelix picking up a win over the A.P.A. by pinfall. That was a nutty one.
The time, 14 minutes and 6 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, the Psychodelix.
That's a sign of things to come, you guys. While we still aren't sure who the Psychodelix will be defending the Snarl Tag belts against, but whoever's lucky enough to get the chance. They're gonna face stiff resistance from the Freak and Wild Thing.
Awesome clash between two great teams in a long battle. But Wild Thing Wayne Tague picks up the 3 count on Bradshaw for the win.
And we will be right back with more Snarl right after this.